A digital vaccine passport. What does this mean for the future of travel? British Airways, which services one of Saint Lucia's largest source markets, the UK, has announced the rollout of an app-based travel pass, touted as an easier way for passengers to prove they are safe to travel, having been vaccinated against COVID-19. Now, Prime Minister Alan Chasney says St. Lucia has been readying itself to get on board with the vaccine passport movement.
Government Modernization Unit has already been working with the Ministry of Health for the last 3 weeks on creating an electronic version. So we started off with, as you know, a manual implementation and rollout of the vaccination. I'm hoping that by next week the electronic version will be done. So we will manually update the database, and it will produce an electronic file for you that you'll access online, but certainly that you can also put into your iPhone or when you're traveling, that would give you an electronic record of your vaccination.
But what of the voluntary rollout of the vaccine? How will this impact persons who are desirous of travel but have opted out of accepting the vaccine?
It was just facilitating it for those persons who do want to have it. And many persons who are going to travel are realizing that it is going to be a requirement to be able to travel. Certainly it would be much easier to travel with a vaccine than not traveling without a vaccine. We certainly want to make sure as a government that we're facilitating that process.
But does the island have a say as to whether citizens from St. Lucia will give into accepting vaccination passports as a means of travel in the future? According to Minister for Economic Development, Guy Joseph, St. Lucia will comply with the decisions taken by leading nations and global health agencies.
If you see the discussions that are taking place on the international arena about a COVID-certified passport or something to show that if you're going to travel internationally, that you can present your COVID certificate to show that you have been properly vaccinated. The world is not very clear as yet. The officials, they are not very clear as to which direction this is going to go. But I think within the next month or two, we should get a much clearer direction. Because remember, we are part of the global response to COVID. You have PAHO, you have the CDC, you have the leading countries, you have WHO. These are the people who would set what the agenda is that the rest of the world would follow.
For its part, the World Health Organization has cautioned against vaccine passports for international travel for numerous reasons, including ethical considerations surrounding equitable distribution of the vaccine globally and the length of immunity provided by licensed COVID-19 vaccines. Solange Alfred, HTS News Force.